Hello, booktubers, and those of you watching this on YouTube. Uh, I, I'm Tim, and I'm here with another episode of Tim's Talks. This one is somewhat of a response to Julia from the Bookies video where she's talked about audiobooks, physical books, and e-readers. And like again, the title says, "This is why I like ebooks." So it's answering other people's questions too, you could say. See, with me, problem that I have with audiobooks is I easily get distracted while listening to those, and I'll miss stuff on them. With physical books, my biggest problem is I've mentioned before that I have some health problems. One of which is I've been diagnosed with chronic migraines, and with physical books you need light to read, and sometimes when I'm in one of my migraines, I cannot have a light on in the room. I need to be in a darker room, but I can still read ebook with the settings I have, which I'll talk about in a little bit. Another one with physical books is you can't adjust the font size. Also, when I'm having one of my migraines, or also as I've been getting older, sometimes the print or the font's just a little harder for me to read in physical books. I know they have large print books out, but don't have nearly as many as don't see them as much as you see with the regular print books. Now to talk about ebooks, I first discovered that ebooks around 18 years ago while on a lunch break at work. I was at my desk on my computer. I was just looking around on the internet, and I came across Project Gutenberg, which is a site that said free ebooks or longer than that. This was like I said, this was around 18 years ago, and they've been around longer than that. At the time, they just mainly had them in text format, and I started downloading them. I found from there, all these books are in the public domain, so it's a lot of classics are in the public domain. The ones that I personally consider to be classics are pretty much the books in the public domain, which are like from the early 20s and before that, or early 1920s and before that, I should say. And that they first started out just in a text format, or you could get them in zip format and unzip them on your computer into text format. But later on, they started adding them in PDF and EPUB, which is a format that Nooks use, and Mobi, which is a format that Kindles use. And I was later told about many books .net, which they'll have a lot of books that they have on Project Gutenberg and some other ones. And the nice thing is about these two sites, the books are all for free. I'll have links to both sites down below. And also, I had discovered FB Reader too, also, which is software for reading ebooks like on your computer, which they have versions for Windows, Linux, and I think have Mac also. And they also have mobile editions of it, like I have one on my tablet. To show you what I have for ebook reader, so almost forgot one. First of all, I have the Nook Simple Touch. This is I got this one around 4.5 years ago. Because with my problems I was having, was having to rest a lot. I suggest, see here's trying to get it where I don't have much glare. See, that's what it looks like on a Nook Simple Touch. This is one e-reader that I do need a light on to read, because it does not have a backlight on it. But it was the first one I got, like I said, 4.5 years ago. Then a year later, we were in a store. My wife was looking for. My wife was. When I was looking at laptops and stuff, and was just looking at the tablets. And my wife started looking at them and stuff, and so for Christmas, this is a new color I got for it. That was on sale at Barnes & Noble for a pretty good price. So I got her it for her Christmas present. But she rarely touched it, and after like last year, I noticed she hadn't used it for a good while, and I decided, okay, I'm going to start using it. And she said, go ahead. And but this one is color and stuff, and you notice it's the backlit. And another thing, and I'll talk about some of the other things I like on here that you'll notice eventually too. Then I was laid off from the job I had like 3.5 years ago, and I managed to get into the trade program to try to finish up my bachelor's degree, because my job had gone over to China. Well, I had to get all my classes with the school were online because of my major, which was computer science. Well, all the textbooks were in ebook format, so needed to do it on your computer, or I got a tablet in order to read them on that cheap Android tablet. I had a couple before this one. I got this one around 2 years ago, and it's worked good for me ever since. And then a little under 2 years ago, my migraines and stuff got so bad where I had to stop. Where I had to stop my classes, and so I've been reading more since then, especially in the past year. And also on my tablet, I should say, I have the Kindle app on there, so I can read Kindle books too, because last year I figured, hey, because many books they have a email you can sign up for, a daily email, where it gives you free and reduced price books from Amazon and Barnes & Noble and some of the other sites. That this is a daily email that you can download. And also on it, I have a mobile version of FB Reader, as I talked about before. I'll give you, like I said, I'll leave links for these different sites I talk about in the comments below. And also, I recently just like can't remember if it was late last year, early this year. I live in Rockford, Illinois, and the Rockford Public Library started using Cloud Library, which is many libraries use, where you can check out ebooks and audiobooks if you have the Cloud Library app. I put that on my tablet, have it installed it on my tablet, and I use that at times for downloading, checking out books from the library. I don't have to go to the library for checking them out or anything. I just, but I can check them out for 21 days at a time, and all I have to do is enter my library card number. And then one other thing I have for reading ebooks on, I have my phone, which it's a Microsoft phone, but I have the Kindle app on this also. Now, for reasons I like ebooks, okay, when I talked about sometimes with reading, they have an adjustable font size, like with getting older with my eyes and stuff at times. So I can adjust the font size. I can also adjust the font. Another thing is I can adjust the background and text colors, because on a lot of the ebook readers, you start out with black text on a white background. Well, that's a little too hard on me. When at times, so some of them have those can be adjusted. Some of them have like a night setting, or others where you can adjust the background colors and text colors, well, to around the same color as night settings do. Where I have my background color on all of them, and I leave it at that with the black background, and I'll have like a light gray or white text color. Another thing is, okay, you've probably read books and you've come across words that you don't really know what they mean. Like I see a lot of times in classics, you'll see that, which I like to read on the ebooks because for a reason I'll state in a little bit. But both the Nooks and the Kindle app all have built-in dictionaries on them, so you don't have to go open up a dictionary and open it up. You just have to highlight the word, or just hold down on the word, or hold your finger down on the word until there's a pop-up for asking what, like a small menu, or on the Kindle it will dictionary, Wikipedia, and translation will pop up where you can find out what about that word. And another thing is, except for the Nook Simple Touch, I don't need light to read it, because they have the light built into the displays, and it comes in nice, especially if I'm having trouble sleeping, because yes, I do suffer from insomnia some too, and sometimes I can't get sleep right away when I go to bed. This way I can be reading without the lights on, so my wife can read. And it doesn't bother her, unless I really start laughing or something while reading. Another one, you can have hundreds of books, if not thousands of books, loaded onto an e-reader, and with no problem there. And it's lightweight. Doesn't takes up just as around all the amount of space you take up. Try doing that with physical books. The next point is that it's easy for traveling with. Like I said, I can have several books on there. It's easy for me to read in the car seat because of my health problems. I haven't been able to drive for over 2 years either. And I usually have to go see specialists up in Madison, Wisconsin, which is over an hour away from here. So I can read while on the trips to and from there, or when we travel and stuff. They're lightweight. They're lighter than a lot of books. And one of the biggest things I like, there are many free books. Like I said, those from Project Gutenberg and many books are free. Also from Barnes and Noble, the Barnes and Noble store for Nook books, or the Amazon Kindle books, or you can find many books in the public domain, or many books that, like all those in the public domain, that you can download for free directly onto your device. And also, like I said, manybooks.net, I have subscribed to their daily email where they have list out the free or reduced priced ebooks that for on the different sites like Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and Smashwords, and some others every day. And so if you have that company's e-reader, you can download it onto your device. I have gotten several free books that way, and these are newer ebooks, might be from authors that are not as well known, and that aren't as well known yet, but they're still good books. Some are new, some are maybe like a couple years old, and they have this various genres on there too. They have mystery and thrillers, science fiction, fantasy, romance, nonfiction, historical fiction, literary fiction, and horror, paranormal, YA, and children's books all up for that you can get for free. And these are newer ones. And also, like I'm in the process of reading a book. It's an advanced review copy that I got from an author named Martin Roy Hill. He had sent me an email a couple of weeks or a few weeks ago asking if I'd like to read and review a new book that he has coming out in June. I had reviewed one of his books, his book, The Last Refuge, back in October. He's pretty much a self-publisher, and he had them. He mainly has these advanced review copies or review copies in ebook format. And I noticed that there are several others author ones that are just in ebook format, not in print format. So I can put those on my on one of my e-readers and just read it that way. Well, I noticed I've been talking about this for 20 minutes now, so that's enough for this time. I'll probably eventually do another video where I show some of the different software I use with ebooks. So until next time, read on.